Ukrainian ingenuity stuns even NATO. Destructive strike decimates Russian base ***. A daring and brilliantly executed Ukrainian military operation has resulted in the complete destruction of a major Russian military base in the occupied Zaporozhye region, leaving even seasoned NATO military observers impressed by the strategic thinking and tactical prowess displayed. The strike, which utilized a novel combination of advanced drone technology, electronic warfare tactics, and precise artillery fire, reportedly inflicted significant casualties on Russian personnel and annihilated a substantial amount of high-value military equipment, severely impacting Moscow's operational capabilities in the southern theater. While details of the operation remain highly classified by the Ukrainian General Staff, multiple sources, including independent military analysts and reports from within NATO intelligence circles, have lauded the ingenuity and effectiveness of the strategy employed. The attack reportedly unfolded in several coordinated phases, beginning with an intense electronic warfare barrage that effectively jammed and disrupted Russian radar systems and communications networks in the vicinity of the targeted base. This electronic shield created a window of opportunity for a wave of sophisticated, domestically produced long-range drones to penetrate Russian airspace undetected. These drones, some reportedly equipped with advanced reconnaissance technology and others carrying explosive payloads, were used to not only pinpoint the exact locations of key infrastructure, ammunition depots, and command centers within the sprawling Russian base, but also to saturate and overwhelm remaining air defenses. Sources indicate that the drones employed decoy tactics and utilized pre-programmed flight paths to evade interception, demonstrating a high level of technological sophistication and operational planning. Following the drone strikes, which are believed to have caused initial damage and confusion among the Russian defenders, Ukrainian forces unleashed a barrage of precision-guided artillery fire, likely utilizing advanced NATO-supplied systems. The combination of the initial drone attacks and the subsequent artillery bombardment resulted in a devastating and comprehensive destruction of the Russian base. Satellite imagery analyzed by independent sources shows widespread fires, collapsed structures, and a complete obliteration of key facilities. The scale of the destruction and the apparent ease with which Ukrainian forces were able to penetrate heavily defended Russian airspace have reportedly astonished military experts, including those within NATO. The operation highlights Ukraine's rapidly evolving capabilities in modern warfare, particularly in the integration of drone technology, electronic warfare, and precision strikes. What we are seeing from the Ukrainian military is truly remarkable, commented a NATO intelligence officer, speaking on condition of anonymity. Their ability to innovate and execute complex operations like this is far exceeding initial expectations. The level of coordination and the strategic thinking behind this strike are indicative of a military that is learning and adapting at an incredible pace. The destruction of this major Russian base is expected to have significant operational consequences for Moscow's forces in the Zaporozhye region. The base reportedly served as a crucial logistical hub for the storage of ammunition, fuel, and spare parts, as well as housing command and control elements for several frontline units. Its elimination will undoubtedly disrupt Russian supply lines, complicate their operational planning, and potentially degrade their ability to sustain offensive operations in this critical sector of the front. Furthermore, the success of this Ukrainian operation carries significant psychological weight. It demonstrates to both Ukrainian soldiers and the international community that Ukraine remains capable of conducting offensive operations deep behind enemy lines and inflicting substantial damage on Russian military infrastructure, even in heavily fortified areas. This will likely further boost Ukrainian morale and reinforce the narrative of their continued resistance and growing military prowess. For Russia, the loss of such a significant base is a major setback and a clear intelligence failure. The inability of their air defenses and electronic warfare capabilities to effectively counter the Ukrainian attack will raise serious questions within the Russian military command and likely lead to a reassessment of their defensive strategies and force deployments in the occupied territories. While Moscow has yet to issue a comprehensive statement on the incident, initial reports from Russian sources have downplayed the extent of the damage. However, the overwhelming evidence from satellite imagery and independent reports makes these claims increasingly difficult to credit. The ingenious strategy employed by Ukraine in this attack underscores the evolving nature of modern warfare, where technology, innovation, and coordinated multi-domain operations are playing an increasingly decisive role. Ukraine's ability to effectively leverage these elements is proving to be a critical factor in its resistance against a larger and conventionally more powerful adversary. In conclusion, the Ukrainian military's stunning destruction of a major Russian base in Zaporizhia, utilizing a genius strategy that even surprised NATO observers, represents a significant operational and psychological victory for Kyiv. This successful operation not only inflicts a tangible blow to Russia's military capabilities in the south, but also highlights Ukraine's remarkable ingenuity and growing sophistication in modern warfare, further bolstering their resolve and demonstrating their continued ability to effectively challenge the Russian occupation. The implications of this audacious strike are likely to be felt throughout the southern theater and will undoubtedly be studied by military strategists worldwide.